Welcome back. Happy Easter Sunday. That's what day I'm filming this on, but you're probably going to see this maybe Wednesday this coming week. I decided to go ahead and film a shop vlog. One, because it's been a while, and two, I feel like I'm going to be kind of busy this coming week and I want to go ahead and film another kind of shop update video for you guys. I figured what I could do first is show you the shop room because I have spent the last probably 3 days in there cleaning, potting up a bunch of props. I had so much to do. And then I also need to print all of my orders. Luna, you know there's a cardboard box in the lid, the flaps on the lid. Luna likes to scratch at it. Can you hear her? She'll just keep pawing at it. Luna! I hope she doesn't go back to it. I had to distract her. But yeah, so Sunday afternoon is when I start my order prep. So I need to print out all my orders. And then on like a sheet of paper, I write out how many bags of pon I have to make, aroid mix. And then I will make all of those, prep all those. It usually takes me a few hours. And then I will start packing orders Sunday evening. And then tomorrow, Monday, will be an all-day packing day. So I usually only make up what is ordered and then the rest are in bins. And then if I get new orders throughout the rest of the week, I'll just make a bag, pack it up and go drop it off. That's just how I do it. And I don't really have the storage space to store a bunch of bins or a bunch of bags either. So I'd rather just make it as I go, as I need them type of thing. So my pon is out in the garage. I made a huge batch. The container is full. I haven't checked to see how many bags I sold. I listed 30 bags of pon on there. Actually, let me check real quick. I also listed 15 bags of aroid mix and all the aroid mix sold out. Okay, so 14 bags are left. So I sold 16 bags of pon. So I have at least 30 bags of substrate to make up. And I think I sold 1 or 2 tree fern. I sell like a small bag of tree fern. I'll usually separate out the substrate orders and I'll get those packed up Sunday evenings because they're just substrate, so they can sit overnight. It's totally fine. I just like to get those done and out of the way, and that way Monday I can focus on the plants. Mondays I'm usually super stressed because it takes me so long to pack up all the plant orders. So what I started this month that's differently is I started doing random restocks, and you guys are gonna have to let me know how you feel about it or how you've been feeling about it, if I should continue it or do you miss the Friday restocks at the set time. I really wanted to do these randomly so that I could free up a little bit more time. Say I only had a few hours this day to dedicate to the shop, I could maybe take a couple plant photos, get them on the site, and post them rather than having so much prep work and posting so many plants at once and everything. But I don't know, I still feel like with YouTube and filming, it's just so hard it's been challenging to really do both. Like it really has, because the shop does take up so much of my time. So I'm really trying to figure out a good schedule that works for me. I think what I might do is, so I try to pack everything Monday. So I pack the substrates and all of that Sunday evening. Sometimes I pack plant orders Sunday, it really depends. But I'm tired of feeling super stressed out on Mondays. And so I think what I might do moving forward is maybe pack half of them on Monday and half of them on Tuesday. It's just, the thing is, Tuesday, it's gonna be like another day dedicated to the shop out of the week. And that's like, I was kind of trying to avoid that because when I was doing my Friday restocks, I was already dedicating all day Thursday to the shop, and Friday, getting all the photos on there. And it's a lot of prep work because I have to take the plant photos, print labels, and then see what's ready. A lot of the times too that you guys don't see off camera that I'm doing a lot is making new plants, checking on them, watering them, because I grow everything out through propagation or cuttings. So I grow everything myself, so in that sense, it's a lot of work, and some things don't grow as quickly. And sometimes I'll get emails asking like when a certain plant will be ready if I've shown it in a video before, and it really is just hard to say because it really depends on the plant, and some grow more quickly than others. It is the growing season, so I do feel like plants are growing a little bit more quickly, or they will be. But it does take a while to grow out plants. So some weeks I have less than other weeks. It really depends. But I'm still trying to figure it out. We'll see how it goes. Because if I pack Monday and Tuesday, then Wednesday I'm gonna have to film, because then I'm gonna fall behind in YouTube. And then if I do restocks on Friday, you know, Thursday I'm going to have to do my prep, and part of Friday, it doesn't leave much room for filming and editing, and it doesn't leave much room for plant care without me working around the clock 7 days out of the week. So it's a lot to figure out, because I do need to take more downtime and time off from this, because I don't want to stress myself out. So if you're new to selling plants, or you're looking to sell plants, just know that it is a lot of work that goes into it and everything, maintaining the plants. And yeah, so just be prepared that it's a lot of work in that sense. And that's not even, you know, responding to emails. That's not even like packing orders and the other side of things, and like the business aspect side of like your bookkeeping, making sure that you're staying on top of ordering supplies and not running out of things, not, you know, overspending on stuff. It's a lot. My first year of selling plants has been definitely a learning experience, and I definitely am trying to make some changes going into this year, my second year of selling. I even bought myself a little budget planner. I'm going to start tracking things, because I need to be better about that, because I was in a sense tracking stuff, but I want to be better, so that going into next year I'm a lot more organized and everything. So I feel like this will help me. All right, enough blabbering. Let's go into the shop room. I'll give you a little update, show you the plants that sold this week. I do need to water them, or make sure that they're watered and clean their leaves again. I do water them and clean their leaves before I take their plant photos. So some of the plants may not need water again before I package them up, but some do. I usually try to do this on Saturday a little bit too, but I was really busy yesterday. So today I'm going to go through and check all the plants that sold, make sure they're good, no issues, and that they're ready to be packaged up. So I'll do that with you, give you a little tour of that room. And like I said, I'm going to focus on making substrates today. And you guys have seen me make substrates in some older shop vlogs, so I'm not really going to film too much of that. It's just like putting them in the bags and sealing them and everything and labeling them. I do have to make a list of supplies that I need to order, because I'm almost out. I'm actually worried I don't have enough of the bigger soil bags. I'm gonna have to check. I meant to order some the other day and I completely forgot. So if not, I'll have to bag them in some smaller bags in the meantime. And then I'll probably pack some orders with you. If not later today, we'll see. I'll pack some tomorrow with you. All right, here's an overview of the 3 shelves that I use for the shop. So I would say 95% of the plants that you see here will be for sale, but I do have some other plants in here, and I have a couple other plants on the very top shelves that are not for sale yet, but I just kind of have them sitting in here for right now. So things are a lot more empty. I actually have an empty spot right there by Chai. I was going through all these bins the other day. I washed everything out. I took all the plants out of the bins. I watered them, make sure that there was no issues going on. It gets very backlit in here with the lighting and my camera because of all these grow lights. So I really want to film and show you guys some stuff, but hopefully the lighting doesn't mess up my camera that much. But what I was saying in my last vlog that I did around the shop is I stopped using these black trays as much and having the plants out in the open because they dry so quickly. And so to kind of combat that, I got these tote bins. And so I have a lot of propagations in these bins. And what I found is they're staying too humid, and that's not good. Even after poking so many holes in the container, and I poked holes in the actual bottom container, it's staying way too humid. So now what I have done is I started leaving the lid off so extra airflow can get in here and the plants aren't staying too humid, because when it's too humid, for one, like, you get a lot of rotting, mold issues, there's not enough airflow, and the substrate stays too moist, so you can deal with root rot issues with that. And then also, when the substrate isn't as moist, you're not watering them as much. So when you have active plants that are growing, they need nutrients. So it's important that you still need to water like your plants and feed them so that they can grow well and do well. So that's kind of the issue I was finding. So I'm hoping them or leaving the lids more open that they still won't dry as quickly. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is just make it a habit to come in here every day. If not every day, then every other day, and just water anyone that needs water, just making sure I'm constantly checking on the props, because if not, like if you're not checking on your plants that you're selling, like one, if you get a pest outbreak, you're gonna have to, I don't know, you're gonna have to do an overhaul and get rid of plants and treat and quarantine and everything. And then if you're not staying on top of watering, like I said, your plants are gonna get sad if you underwater. There's been times where I thought I watered a bin and I didn't, and they got underwatered. And honestly, all the plants look terrible. I tossed an entire bin. I even grow like a lot of alocasia, you can see here. And if anyone knows, propagating alocasia can you have to stay on top of watering because they can go downhill very, very quickly, and they will drop leaves like there's no tomorrow. So you really have to be on top of it. I don't like to come in here and be around these plants when I've been like, say, in my plant room, or I've been doing stuff, say, outside, or I've gone places, because I don't want to potentially bring outside pests or anything in here, if that makes sense, because I don't want anything to get contaminated. I did actually buy a cover for one of these shelves, and I haven't tried to put it on yet, but I kind of am curious. I might want to try it, because then it could be sort of like a greenhouse in that sense, where I can have the plants on these shelves but then enclose it. But then I worry too, like, is it going to stay too humid inside? You know, what if there's a pest issue that happens and I don't know about it? Am I going to catch it, or all the plants in there are going to be ruined? So I don't know. It's a lot. I'm still figuring things out and the best way to go about this. I know a lot of people do use grow tents, and, you know, grow out all their plants in grow tents. I do like to acclimate my plants to humidity, like more room conditions, at least a couple weeks before I sell them, because I want to make sure that they've acclimated and can handle that transition, because coming out of higher humidity can shock a plant. There is going to be a lot of plants that I'm going to downsize or get rid of, like mother plants that I'm just going to have to make a decision. If I don't want to grow it or keep it growing in my collection, I need to downsize it or let it grow outside, because my focus is the shop plants and I need these plants to do well. And if I'm finding that I'm not able to care for these because I have too many mother plants to look after, or too many plants in my own collection, then I need to kind of tame that first. And that's kind of what I'm going to be doing with my moss poles. I'm getting rid of all my moss poles and then just keeping plants growing up like a stake or something, because again, like staying on top of watering those it just has become a huge chore for me and something that I no longer want to do. So I'm hoping that will make things a little bit easier, and then like downsizing some of those plants that I just like don't bring me joy anymore, or that I just don't need, because some of those plants I've had for a really long time when I started my collection, and now that I'm over 5 years into my houseplant journey, some of those plants just don't really speak to me anymore. So I really should like let some of those go. I figured I would give you a little tour of what's in here, and you know, just so you can get an idea of what I currently have right now. I have a lot still to pot up, and I have a lot to propagate, especially when I go to chop all of my moss poles. I'm gonna have so many wet sticks, and a lot of these plants that you see here did come from a wet stick or a corm or a cutting. I would say most of the like philodendron that you see was literally grown from a wet stick from my moss pole. These plants on this shelf have pretty much sold. I think I have a couple plants here that I didn't list yet because I was waiting for them to grow a bit more, but I have a lot of my seedlings here, and all these plants here sold. I think I have a couple that are on hold for someone. And so yeah, like I said, I'm going to go through this here in a little bit, and I'm going to take all these plants down, make sure if they need water, I'm going to give them some water, and then I'll clean their leaves and stuff again. And here's a tray of plants that I'm probably going to be posting some of these for next week. Not all of them, because I did pot some of these up recently, but I have a few here that are a little bit big that couldn't really fit in a bin. And I think there's one, like this Florida Ghost. I want to make sure that it pushes a leaf first before I list that. I have a really big Alocasia Tanderosa here, Tanderosa, right here. I have a Monstera albo there that I'll probably list for next week. This Heterophylla, I was waiting on a new leaf here. I don't like to ship Alocasia with less than, with only one leaf. I like to at least have 2 leaves because they can be so finicky in shipping. This King of Spades is not for sale. I had it in here initially, but I'm keeping it for me. I'm going to move it back out to the other shelf eventually, but I had it in here because I was thinking about listing it because I have the other piece, but I'm going to keep it because it's so cute and I don't want to let it go. I'm hoping some of these Silver Sword I'll be able to list soon. I took more of my begonia propagation, so a lot of these, or I guess half of these in here, will be a while before they're ready. I really need to do more Hoya. I only have 2 bins of Hoya right now, so I'll probably make another 1 or 2 bins of Hoya soon, Hoya propagation. I have a ton in here. A lot of these are in soil. I'm just waiting for them to grow a bit more. And then I've started using a lot more perlite to propagate. Oh, I forgot I have another Hoya bin down here. So like these are soil, and then these ones down here are perlite. And so the perlite ones, once they get roots first, then I'll pot them up. I used to pot directly more in substrate, but I kind of moved away from doing that. Just in case I had some rot or whatever, I'd rather just go ahead and make sure that they have roots first, and then, you know, they tend to transition better and do better once I pot them up. I have some Alocasia seedlings. I did take care of a lot of Alocasia. Hi, Chai. Hi, Chai. You're in your lovey mood right now. Those are the only corms that I have left, I think, right now, because I literally went through and moved a lot of the Alocasia to smaller things of stratum right here. I have so many Alocasia, it is ridiculous. I have a lot of fried ducks, which I love. So yeah, a lot of these are in stratum, so these won't be ready for a while. And then once they get a decent root system in stratum, then I will pop them up into substrate. And then once they grow and root a while in substrate, then I will look at listing them. A lot of these I just potted up. I got rid of 1 bin of Alocasia because some I accidentally let get too dry. But some of these guys will be ready very soon. A lot of these in here, they are a decent size. I just like to let them grow a bit more just because they can be a little bit of a sensitive plant. So I want to make sure that they're strong and healthy before they, you know, get sent out. The bottom shelf is Anthurium. I have all my seedlings right there. I did have 3 bins, but I have 2 bins left. I actually kind of consolidated and I have sold quite a bit of seedlings. I probably have over 100 left, you guys. Actually, I probably have more than 100. And I have a bin down there of some extra Anthurium that I'm hanging on to for right now. But these are my little seedlings. Look how cute they are. Right here, they're so cute. I think I showed these in. Oh, it's not focusing. They're so stinking cute. So I'm selling them in tubes like this as a pair. So if you're interested, these are Doriaceae forgetii crossed with Magnificum. I can't wait to see what they are going to look like once they mature. So I've started transferring them. I do about 15 to 20 a week in their individual. I put 2 in the individual cups. The lid, this isn't technically a lid, so it doesn't fit. I just have it gently taped right now, but when I go to ship these, I'll use a bunch of polyfill and secure it a lot better. But in the meantime, I just have them kind of secured like this for now. If my stock gets low, then I'll do more like every week, but not all of these. I usually do about 10 to 15 new ones a week, and then I just pick from them. I usually will plant the more vigorous growers first, so the ones that are growing better and stuff, those will go out first. I did do these seed batches a month apart too, so some are still growing, you know, they haven't caught up with the first batch yet, if that makes sense. I also have a bin here of some more rare Alocasia, like I have some pink nobilis, I have a couple black velvet, I have a couple that's growing like all pink, so they're just kind of hanging out in here. I'm probably going to have to end up tossing them because the all pink isn't really going to grow or do anything. The variegated pink nobilis is a very finicky Alocasia, I'm finding. My mother plant is in pon, and my mother plant even in pon is a bit finicky, but these little ones, they just melt their leaves very easily. They drop leaves very easily. I have a couple in perlite and moss right now. I'm testing that substrate out to see how they do. They were doing okay in stratum, but then once I moved them to substrate, they got a little angry at me. I have mother plant monstera up top, mother plant Justina. I have some of my plants up top, like I said. And then any of these bins here are wet stick. I do a lot of my wet stick propagation in those bins. I had a lot more, but I consolidated. Like you can see here, a lot of the wet sticks are in there. And then once they get a decent size, I will take them out and then they get potted up to substrate. And then once they grow and stabilize, then I'll look at listing them. These I did not long ago. I have a lot of philodendron sororoi and stuff in here. This one is pretty much all Monstera obliqua. I will have a ton of those. Look at them all. Once they actually grow, I will have a ton. I have one here that's growing a little bit faster, so I'll probably list this maybe in one more leaf once it spits out, or I could sell it with that, but we'll see. I did some of these the other day too. This was a lot of philodendron glorious. I had an entire bin of glorious and Monstera esqueleto, and I have some micans, and yeah, they're just random bins. I can usually fit probably like 12 plants or so in a bin. But yeah, I just have the lids kind of open now for more airflow, and I feel like it's helped. It's not staying as humid. I just have to keep an eye on how quickly they dry out though, because I don't want to underwater them. I sold a couple of my Monstera flames here. So this is the bottom half of my plant, and they had pushed their first little leaf. I have 2 here, and then I have 4 more up there. Those are tissue cultured, you know, and are showing up at big box stores. So those have definitely come down in price. But I just want to sell like all my bottom cuttings, because the cutting itself is, you know, more mature. So the new growth that comes in, you know, will be a small leaf. Like, you know, the first one that came out here is a small leaf. But hopefully, you know, it won't take too long to size up because, again, like the cuttings are more mature. I also propped my Justina the other day. I took a ton of cuttings. They're going to root in perlite, but that's what they look like. And so once they get some roots going, I will just transition them to substrate and let them grow and root more. And then I'll look at, you know, listing them. These guys are in stratum, so they're okay to stay out in the open. I just have to keep an eye and make sure that the stratum stays moist. I did have all the stratum cups in the bin, but they're just so small. And it got kind of crowded, and then alocasias need a little bit of room, you know, for their leaves and stuff to expand a little bit and grow. Because if not, they get all crinkled and curled and they look weird if they don't have any room. I sold so many Monsteras. This is my Monstera shelf here. I don't have many Monstera albo left. I sold one for this week, that one there. And then I'm thinking I'm going to sell that one soon. And I have some Monstera aria that are growing. I think one of the arias popped out a leaf. Yes, it did, right there. So I may look at listing that one soon with the leaf. But yeah, a lot of these albos, I'm going to wait until they actually start growing, because like this one here put out its first leaf, which is really cute. But a lot of the original leaves, like these are from the bottom part of my plant, and the original leaf looks kind of bad. So I think what I'm going to do is cut the original leaf off once the plant actually grows more. And that way, you know, there won't be an ugly leaf with it. So yeah, I do have a lot growing. I just have a lot to do. I have a lot more props to take and to make and everything. It's just with these 3 shelves, it is a lot to maintain. I would really like a 4th shelf in here, which I probably will get a 4th one eventually. Jai! Hi, bud. Yeah, you in your lovey mood. But yeah, eventually we're going to get the bed out of here. I'm going to get the carpet out of here. I'm going to get the same flooring in. And what I might do is move all the stuff that's in the dining area into here. So I'll have my desk. I'll probably get another table, like replace that one with a taller one so I actually can stand and pack orders in here. And I might just get one more shelf because I don't want to overcrowd this room if I'm going to be packing in here. That's like my little photo area. I think I got this cart a month or so ago. I have some of my labels and stakes and clips and cups and just some stuff that I kind of use a lot. And then I also have the shelf beside me with a lot of other like storage stuff as well. So yeah, that's kind of the plan so far for here is, you know, hopefully by the end of the year we can, like I said, get the flooring and stuff in and I can kind of take over this entire space because it would be nice because right now I'm really only working with a part of this room and, you know, I don't want an entire room of shelves because then it would be impossible to keep up with, but one more would be nice. That way it's not like so crowded and everything and I can make one maybe just of just some props and everything because I would like more room to grow some plants. These orders here, plus I am holding an order. Well, it's 2 orders, but it's from one person. They ordered 2 separate orders, so I'm going to combine them. And I think they ordered one other thing. And then what I do with all my orders is I separate them into 3 categories now. So the first category is substrate only. So any order that does not contain a plant, I will set aside and I usually pack those first because they're the easiest to pack. And then out of all the plants, I usually separate the seedlings, like if they just ordered a seedling or a seedling and a substrate, I usually will start packing those Sunday evening as well because seedlings are pretty easy to pack and they'll be fine packing on Sunday. And then out of the rest of the plant orders, if I feel like there are easier orders to pack up Sunday, then I'll pack those. But it's already 4 p.m. and I haven't made any substrates, so that's probably going to take me till at least 6:30 or so. So really I only have like, I don't know, my husband usually goes to bed at like 9:30, 10 o'clock. So I'm usually packing until he's ready to go to bed and then I have to stop packing because I can't rip tape, you know, while he's trying to sleep. So I don't know how much I'm going to pack tonight, but like I said, if I'm too stressed going in tomorrow, then what I'll do is just start packing some orders on Tuesday because yeah, Monday, I'm just like, I'm so stressed out on Mondays because it's a lot to get through. Some Mondays are better than others, but there's been some Mondays where I've just been like, I'm not going to get these all packed up in time. I have to be done packing and like I literally have to be done and out the door by like 3:45 at the latest because the truck comes at 4:30. So I have to get all the boxes in my car. And good thing the UPS store isn't that far from me, but still like I usually start packing. I get up at 6:30 on Mondays with my husband. And then usually by the time I start packing, sometimes it's not closer to like 8 o'clock. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. It is a lot of time, but it's not a lot of time when you're thinking about packing like 25 plant orders. Like it's a lot to pack up. So I don't know why I put so much pressure on myself to get done Monday. I think it's because if I get them all out Monday, in my head, I'm like, well, then I don't have to worry about it Tuesday and then I can focus on YouTube on Tuesday. And then also I have to clean up my mess on Monday. When I get done packing is usually my floor mopping day and that takes a couple hours to clean up and clean around the house and pick up. Because I stopped kind of cleaning on Sundays because I have to clean again Monday anyway. And then usually on one of my days off, I have to go out and run some errands and go get groceries and stuff. And so that takes like half a day as well. So I think personally, I'm just in my head a lot and I need to just be better about it. So yeah, I'm going to organize these. I also check weather as well. And that usually takes me like an hour-ish or so as well. Because when I have, I don't know, 25 plant orders and I have to check weather on everyone, that's at least 25 minutes. It's usually a bit longer. So that'll take me a little time as well to check all the weather. It is time to inspect the plants and water anyone that needs water. It's been about an hour. I got everyone's weather checked, separated the orders, and yeah, I'll do this real quick and then start making the substrates. Okay, there really is not a good filming angle in here because of the lights. Like if I turn you this way, you really can't see what I'm doing down here on the table. This is why I can't film when I'm doing shop stuff because I swear it takes so long for me to figure out camera and angles. I'm just like, what is going on? But I'm just making sure nobody needs a drink. If the moss is dry, I just hydrate it a little bit. And I've already cleaned leaves, like I said, when I took photos the other day, but I do like to give them another wipe down. Now I'm not fertilizing these guys again, just gently watering because I had fed these guys the last time I watered them, so I'm just using a little bit of regular water. And I don't overdo it, I just want to make sure that they're not going to go too dry. And they'll dry more tonight, you know, because I won't be packing. The only thing that I'm packing tonight is the non-substrates and then the seedlings. So all the plants I'll pack tomorrow. This isn't Dawn dish soap, by the way. I use a Pure Crop one to clean leaves. Or at least I'm using it until it's gone because the bottle was expensive. I feel like, I don't know if I've really noticed like any kind of difference because I used to use, you know, the Castile soap a lot. And I can't use neem oil. It stinks so bad. I literally cannot stand the smell of neem. And so I was using Castile soap there for a while, and then I wanted to test the Pure Crop one. It is very expensive, but I can't say that I've noticed like any, I guess, benefit to it. It is a fungicide. It acts as a fungicide too, which I guess is nice. Monstera Peru variegated. The variegation takes a while for it to show up and burn through. I was trying to see if that new leaf was variegated. I can't quite tell yet. I'm going to add a second cup for a little bit more weight because this leaf's a little top heavy. Oh my gosh, look at that new leaf. Oh my goodness. On this Chia Pence variegated, I freaking love this plant. This stem is nicely variegated. Oh my goodness. Look, that one was like a half moon. That one had nice color, and that new one is like a half moon. It's still unfurling. Wow, it is gorgeous. Literally perfection. Ooh. And this is the bigger Chia Pence here that I sold. That's the newest leaf. It's very beautiful. I feel like these grow pretty fast. It's going to push another new leaf again in no time. The person that's buying this can definitely upsize it to a 4-inch. I prefer to pot in 3-inch pots. I don't know. I prefer a more root-bound root system, if that makes sense. Until the plant like really outgrows it. I didn't have any alocasia in this group because alocasia were the last bins that I went through the other day. So I'm like, I'll just add some next week. So I'm like, I already had taken the photos and everything. And I'm like, ugh, it's okay though. But ideally, I'd like to water these on Saturday. That way they're good by the time I start packing orders Monday. But sometimes I don't get to do this until Sunday, but it's okay. Okay, everyone looks good. No issues with any of the plants. Every once in a blue moon, something happens to a plant. Like I had an alocasia one time start turning yellow on one of the leaves. I think it was just edema that caused it. So I like emailed the person and gave them a discount on it. Try to organize all these back. You know what I'll do? I'll carry this up there first before I spill these plants, and then I will put them all back on there. So yeah, that is it. They're already all labeled. I label them and everything when I take their photos, and yeah, their leaves are clean, they're watered, they're good, no pests. And yeah, we'll start packing these up tomorrow. And I think 8 or 9 seedlings sold, so I'll have to grab 8 or 9 of them. But I did these not too long ago, so there's nothing else that I would need to do with them. Like they're already good to go. So that's a close-up of a seedling that somebody will get. Well, there's 2 in there, you know. But the moss is already hydrated and everything, so I'll just pick 7 or 8 of them out. All right, I'm gonna get these put back away, and then I'm going to label all of my substrate bags. That'll probably take 20-25 minutes labeling them all, and then yeah, I'm gonna start making the mixes up. It is probably heading towards 5:15 or so. I'm gonna try and get the substrates made by like 6:30, and we still have to eat dinner tonight. So I'm hoping I can start packing orders maybe like 7:15 by 7:30. I'm hoping. That's my goal, to start packing some orders at least a couple hours tonight. Chapstick. I hope I don't have anything in my teeth. I was just eating some dinner. So I bagged up my aeroid mix. I have to seal it, but I wanted to say I made some changes with my aeroid mix. So the ingredients, I was using like pretty large size pieces of fir bark, just to show you a difference. So this is the fir bark here, and this is the replacement. This is the Orchiata orchid bark, the Bezgrow brand. Some pieces are going to be this size, some might be a little bit bigger than that, but I'm going to phase out the fir bark and use the Orchiata bark. And the main reason, I feel like this is just, I really like the Orchiata bark now that I'm using it a bit more. I've been mixing it in my aeroid mix a little bit, and I really like it, and it's easier for me to get, and I can buy it more in bulk, whereas where I was getting these pieces, it's harder for me to get, it takes longer for me to get, and I have to buy more quantity, and I would rather buy like a bigger bag of the orchid bark, if that makes sense, from the Orchiata brand. So I have a little bit more of this left, so I'm just like mixing it in, and then that's going to be phased out. And then I also got rid of the lava rock, the horticultural red lava rock that I was using. The only reason I had that in my aeroid mix was when I was doing more moss poles, to add some extra weight when I was mixing it in there, so it would help add a little bit more to the base, you know, of the plant. And now that I'm not really using this for moss poles per se, I don't really need the red lava rock because I have the heavy pumice in there. So I'm just going to phase that out. This last batch didn't have any more in it. I had used what I had from the batch before this one. So everything else is the same. And yeah, what I'll probably end up doing is just using more orchid bark pieces, since some of them aren't as chunky as the fir bark, so there'll probably be a little bit more in this, but it's pretty much the same thing. And it'll be like the same aeration and everything like that. I just feel like I like the orchiata bark a bit better. My husband came out. He went home to see his dad. Today's Easter Sunday, so he got back a little bit ago. But he's going into work a little bit later tomorrow morning, so he said he'd stay up to like 11. So I have like an hour longer to pack tonight. So yeah, but I am on my way in the garage here, and we're gonna make up all of our pon. I have a lot of pon bags to do. So I'm only gonna make up what I have so I can get packing orders, and then any new orders that come in either tonight or tomorrow, I'm just gonna pack those off and ship those out on Tuesday, because I already feel like I have a pretty full load. So I'm gonna see how it goes, you know, throughout the course of tonight, and tomorrow I'll see how it goes. I'll pop on, you know, throughout the day tomorrow and kind of pack a little bit with you and update you. But if I feel like I'm stressed out with packing tomorrow, I don't want to feel like that on my packing days. So like I said, I might just update, and, you know, for those that don't get a tracking number emailed to them on Monday, I'm just going to wait and probably maybe pack like a third of them on Tuesday, just so it's a little bit easier, and I can still have some of my day on Tuesday to like film and do other stuff. So yeah, I will meet you back here once I get all of this pon made up. Even though I wear a mask when I make pon, I swear the dust, I think it's just on me. It just like, I don't know, it just like irritates me for a little bit after. But I made all the pon. There's a lot of substrates here. So now I have to heat seal everything. I actually charged it. I didn't forget to charge it, because when I forget to charge it, it takes like an hour to charge, and then it sits me behind. I need to get a bigger one, because I have to do this 3 times on the larger bags and 2 times on the medium-sized bags, and then just once for the small bags. But it's not broke, so why fix it? I'm gonna use it, I guess, until it croaks. A larger one would save me some time. I have some sample bags of pon for the freebies. I may throw a couple seedlings in as well as freebies. I try to do a little bit of freebies every week, or every time I'm sending out orders. It just takes me so long to pack, so I can't do freebies like in everyone's order. So I try to pick like 5 or 6 orders every week and either put like a substrate in or a plant or something. So yeah, this is gonna take a while. It's 8:03, I feel a little behind. I feel like I should have been packing orders a long time ago, but it's okay. I'm trying not to stress, because I'm like, Melissa, you can pack on Tuesday as well. Like, you don't have to try and get everything out tomorrow. What you watching, Chai, huh? Who you see? I've been at it since 9 o'clock this morning, though. I'm tired. It is 8:04. So, yeah, because I had filmed a video earlier for my channel, and I edited it as well, because I really wanted to get a video up. So I'm starting to feel tired. I woke up at like 6 something, though. I've been waking up early the last few days. So it's been kicking me in the butt, because I'm usually a night owl. So you can't have both. You can't get up early and stay up late. At least not for too long, because it's gonna catch up with you, the lack of sleep. And so I'm also trying to transition to the white bags, the white crop bags. I really like, you guys know I like the white aesthetic look, and I like the white bags. I don't know, I feel like they're more me than the beigey color, tan color. So I can get the white in every size of these except for the large bags. So those are a 10 by 14. It's a pretty large size bag. And I found one that was that size, but it was like unavailable. So I can't find them anywhere. What I would really like to transition to all white. I bought as soon as I'm done with this size for the pon, I have probably maybe like 10 more of these size left. I bought the white in that size, and then I just have to buy some white in the tiny ones for freebies. So yeah, I'll probably just leave the aeroid mix the tan color unless I can find some of the larger ones. I think eventually I'd like to do some custom bags for my aeroid mix. I think that would be fun. I don't know how much it would cost though. I'd have to look into it. So I think that might be it for tonight. I'm gonna try and knock out packing some of these substrates up, and yeah, I'll pop on tomorrow and we'll pack some plant orders together. And I don't know, I usually don't like to film on Mondays when it's crazy packing because I'm stressed a lot of the times, and a lot of the times I'm a hot mess because I don't know, I don't get ready or anything because it's not like I have to be anywhere. I just have to drop them off at the UPS store, but I'm usually a hot mess. I feel like sometimes the UPS workers judge me. I go in there and I'm just like looking like a hot mess. Like, hey, how are you? Like, I'm good. No, but yeah, I'll at least get dressed and put myself together a little bit in the morning. So yeah, I will give you an update on everything that I got done tonight, and I will see you back here in the morning. Good morning, you guys. So it is 7:42 right now. I'm getting ready to make myself some breakfast, and I want to show you how I make my go-to coffee lately. It's so good. I like crave it now in the morning. And I woke up at like a little before 6. I had my alarm set because I wanted to get up, you know, earlier than my husband. And I woke up with such a bad headache. Oh my gosh. I took some medicine and drank some water, and I laid down for like 20-ish more minutes. And then I feel better now. I think maybe I was just dehydrated. I'm not sure. But yeah, it was bad. I hate having like a really bad headache in the morning, especially on a day like today where I have a ton of packing to do. I usually don't go all out on Monday mornings for breakfast. Sometimes I just eat something quick or a protein shake, or just like get started right away. But I'm actually kind of hungry this morning. I'll show you what I'm making here. But yeah, I'm glad that kind of went away a little bit. I ended up getting 2 new orders last night. Yes. So I'm not even going to worry about those today. If I have time, I'll pack them up later, but I think it's pawn. And I'd have to go out in the garage and make more, so I don't know if I'm going to have time for all that. I don't even think I'm going to get through packing all the orders today because I'm getting a late start. It's already almost 8 o'clock, so I feel already like an hour behind schedule. But it's okay. Whatever I don't finish, I'll just spend like hopefully no more than a couple hours tomorrow morning, and then I can get those packed and dropped off. Because I think I want to film tomorrow, or I need to film. Or maybe I don't have to film tomorrow because I really need to catch up on some stuff. Tuesday, Wednesday is kind of like my other watering day as well. Or one of the days is when I go to the grocery store. I tidy up a little bit, check on some plants. I usually water all the anthurium and stuff out here, so I have a lot of watering to do one of those days. Clipped some fresh basil from my arrow garden thing here. Oh my gosh, you guys, it has gotten out of hand. The herbs, I definitely let them overgrow for sure. I've been trying to add some in my food just to use them. It's crazy because it was like little seeds, and you know, I had a couple little sprouts. I'm like, oh, look how cute these little sprouts are. And then, you know, a few weeks later they started, you know, growing, and I swear within like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, I have a full-blown massive herb overtaking. I'm just making a couple eggs. I think I cooked them a little too long. I put some arugula on top, and then this is some salsa from earlier in the week. And then I have a banana and with some cinnamon, and then I'm doing a little bit of peanut butter. I'm not really someone who likes bananas. I don't mind them in smoothies and stuff, but when they're on their own, they're plain. I feel like they need a little something. So I did a tablespoon of peanut butter. And then I'm gonna do just a little drizzle of honey. And this is my breakfast. That and that. The eggs are so good with the basil, and then the arugula and the salsa is a little bit spicy. I just think it tastes so good. I'm gonna eat this really quick, and then let me show you, I'm like dying to have this coffee. Let me show you how I make my coffee. Okay, for my coffee, the only thing that you need is the Nescafe, the gold espresso. You want the blonde. It's so good. Look how much I've used out of this. I'm gonna have to get more next time I go to the store. I've just been using this, and you're gonna need some cinnamon, and you're gonna need some brown sugar, and your choice of milk. I've been using just 2% milk, and you guys, it's like a brown sugar shaken espresso dupe from Starbucks. It's like my go-to every time I go there. And this, it doesn't taste exactly like it, but it's good. Nonetheless, it hits that craving that I need, that I crave when I want like a good coffee. I just love the taste of the espresso from that. And this is good. This espresso is good. Okay, so this is my actual drink cup here. And then we're gonna make it in a little mason jar so that we can actually shake it. Okay, so I'm gonna add in 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. I'd say not even really a tablespoon, just like 2 spoonfuls, like that. And then a little cinnamon. I have no idea where my little thing went. You know, that makes it sprinkle. I don't know what happened. I was like hoping it doesn't come out in a big clump, because then it's going to taste very much like cinnamon. Whoops. And then I do 2 scoops of the blonde. Like that. And then I use about 6 ounces of water. I usually fill it up to like right here on the mason jar. Okay, that's what it's like with the water. And we're gonna shake. Whoops, my battery died. So now I have a little bit more of the crema, I guess, on top. So I have to drink a little bit, and I may need to add more milk, but I just dumped some milk in there. I'd say maybe like half a cup of milk if I can. See, it's already too full. And then kind of shake it or give it a stir. I can't put the lid on just yet. Let me give it a little taste. Look how good that looks. Tell me that doesn't look delicious. I went back to Kroger. I got this cup at Kroger. I went back to get the other one because they had one in White Cats too. And I went back like 2 days later. All of these were gone. I was so upset. I knew I should have bought both of them when I came across these. Yes, it's very good. It doesn't taste, like I said, it doesn't taste exactly. This tastes more, I can taste more coffee. So if you don't like the coffee, add more sweetener. Either add another scoop of brown sugar or add some vanilla syrup and try that out if it's too much coffee, or add a little bit more milk. But I like more of a coffee taste. I don't like it too sweet, so this is perfect. And again, our yummy breakfast. Yum yum. Okay, this is editing Melissa, and I'm doing a little voiceover. So for some reason, I forgot to turn my mic back on. I had turned it off to save on battery, and I went to go grab the seedlings. I was going to start packing all of the seedling orders first. I think I had 6 or 7, and I just forgot to turn my mic back on. So I have no idea what I was talking about. I think I was just, I don't know, just chatting away. But you can see on the right hand side of the screen all those boxes. So that's what I finished last night. Those are all the substrates. And so I wanted to go ahead and knock the seedlings out of the way next. So I'll just play some music and kind of fast forward this part. But the seedlings are pretty easy to pack. I just stuff, some polyfill in there and then tape them. And then I wrap them in cardboard. And then since I checked everyone's weather, there wasn't a whole lot of orders, maybe like a few that were, well, maybe like 5 or 6 total that, their weather was still a little bit chilly. So I insulated those. And then I didn't have to insulate a lot of the orders, which actually saved time because there wasn't a lot that needed like a heat pack either, which was so nice because I feel like all the other weeks before this, I still was insulating a lot of the plants and adding heat packs and stuff in. So it's nice to have this little bit of break. It does make packing go a little bit more, it makes it go by a little bit faster and stuff because, yeah, wrapping plants in insulation and then doing the heat pack very last, it does take extra time. So yeah, that was actually nice about this part. But yeah, I had no idea what I was saying. So I'm going to go ahead and play some music and you can watch me pack these seedlings. I just realized my mic was probably off this whole time that I was packing all these seedlings up. Whoops. I'm still asleep. But I was saying is I'm gonna go ahead and let my camera cool down, and I'm gonna go ahead and box all these, and then we'll get started on all the plants. I'll pop back on when I have one more seedling to do with you. And I don't even know what I was yapping about, honestly. It probably wasn't anything super important. Maybe I'll do a voiceover on part of this when I go to edit it, but yeah, I'll be back in a second. All right, I just had a big box to pack up. Oh, right there. It was a lot to fit in. That's like one of my bigger boxes. All right, I have one more seedling left here that I'm gonna pack up really quick, and then I was just looking at all the plant orders. I have all these plants to pack up individually, and it is 9:30. I think I'm definitely not gonna be able to finish today. Unless I'm just on my packing game today, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how many I have to insulate. I have these really tiny boxes for seedlings. Honestly, I could use a smaller box, but this is the smallest that I have right now. This week is going to be beautiful all week outside. It looks so nice out there already. The birds are chirping. It's nice and sunny. Luna is sleeping in my polyfill bag, the one that I have a little bit left in. She's literally napping in it. She's so cute right now. I had to open my new one up because I don't want to disturb her. I was like, I didn't even see her crawl into it, and then I go to like grab some polyfill, and she's like in there. So that's what that looks like. So I got a little extra room at the top, so I'm gonna throw some more polyfill. The new paper roll that I got is really thin, and I don't like the thin paper. I thought I grabbed a thicker roll, so I'm gonna have to use more polyfill in my orders until I can. I'm gonna use it all, but then the next time I order, I gotta make sure to get the thick paper, because the thin paper doesn't really do much unless I crinkle a bunch of it up in the box. Then it just gets to be wasteful, I feel like. I just like to seal it on top with paper to help make sure nothing moves around. Write the order number on the box. And since they got a seedling, I have these little seedling care guides. These I print these out and I attach them to some poster card, but I'm almost out of my shop cards. I'm going to reorder more of these, and then I'm also going to order a general seedling care guide for all like my future anthurium seedlings. I'm going to print some like higher quality ones off when I go to order more of these, because yeah, I need to order some like this week, because I don't think I have enough of these cards for another restock. And I think I'm going to stop including these in orders that I know the person's ordered multiple times, because I feel like how many cards do they really need? I don't even know if they, I feel like it's wasteful. That in my shop stickers, I need to order more of these as well, because I'm almost out. So I think in orders that, I don't know, I hope you guys don't mind, or if you can maybe let me know, do you care? Like every time that you order, you don't really need these, because that way I can save on cost of materials. Add my little stickers to the box. It's nice having these boxes that are not even a pound. It's like 10 ounces, but it goes up to 1 pound. Like it'll like go up to the next pound. Like that's how much weight it'll go up to. I guess it's just nice having like lighter packages rather than like heavy pon all the time. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and print those 5 shipping labels and get those. Those are all the shipping labels are printed. I like to do them in sections, and then I work on like 5 or 6 orders at a time. I'll pack all the plants simultaneously like I did with the seedlings, because I feel like if I do it that way, it somehow saves a little more time, because sometimes I'll just go in order. Like I'll pack like my stack of orders, I'll just go with one and then I'll pack it, box it up, and set it off to the side, and then go to the next one. Sometimes I feel like I'm slower that way, rather than if I set 5 out in a row and bulk pack them and then wrap them up and then put them all in boxes. I feel like it saves a little time. So I think that's what I'm gonna do, is I'm just gonna grab like 5 or 6 orders and lay them out here on the table. I have a few plants that are a bit bigger to pack, so I think I'm gonna save those for last, because sometimes those take me a while to package, especially the Monstera. All right, I want to print these shipping labels and bring out these next set of plants, and we'll get started on packing those. All right, I am back with my next set of orders. You can't really see them all, but I have them all in front of me. Look at this variegated geopens. I think I showed this the other day. It is so stunning. They haven't seen the new leaf yet, so I hope when they open it, they love it. And I'm also selling a couple of my flame propagations. Look at that little leaf. I showed that yesterday too. And I love this Hoya carnosa Wilbur Graves. Look at all that silver. So yeah, I'm gonna start prepping all of these with the polyfill and everything. I'll probably come back and pack anything that I didn't get packed. I'll probably go ahead and pack it tonight and then drop it off probably first thing tomorrow. But we'll see how I feel, because I'm really tired. Usually I like to mop and clean and everything when I get back from packing, because it gets to be a mess out here everywhere. Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot the paper towel. I usually put some paper towel over top. Luna was sleeping in the polyfill bag, and Chai came over and like just attacked her out of nowhere. Poor Luna. I think she left to go sleep in my husband's closet. That was so rude of Chai. Okay, first prep is all done. I got everyone secured. Now it's time to wrap everyone in cardboard. Let's see. I wrote lows of 40s down for 2 of these orders, so 3 of these plants I'll insulate, and then the rest I don't think I'm gonna insulate. Let's see, this is a little jacked up still from, let's see. I might save this for seedlings. I think this will fit seedlings. I love a fresh new roll because it's like nice and flat. I really like wrapping Hoyas because they're so tiny and small and everything. They're just really easy to wrap. It's so nice not having to insulate. It's like so nice. Let's see, labels, philodendron, monstera. Done, monstera. Done, lichens, monstera, Wilbur Graves, syngonium. Oh no, did I not make any for the monstera flame? Why did I not make any tags? Ugh, what the heck? Okay, I'll have to print some. Where'd my stickers go? Oh well. These don't really stick onto the cardboard that well. Oh, I have a little bit left. Done. Look how nice that one turned out. All right, let's do one of these tall boys. I'm gonna take this dragonfly clip out. I'm worried that's gonna puncture this new leaf. Ooh, that'll be perfect. Yeah, I'll put this on the outside of the package. Actually, I'm gonna do it this way, so that new leaf, I need to protect that new leaf the best I can. My least favorite plants to package are the big plants, because they take longer to package and then they have more leaves that can get damaged. So I like packing the small ones. Oh, I hope this person loves their chia pens. It is so pretty. And I have that bigger chia pens to pack up yet too. Okay, this new leaf is gonna have to get a ton of polyfill. Every once in a while I'll use paper to pack a plant, but I feel like the cardboard offers more protection. But sometimes the monstera leaves are hard to like get in a cardboard package like this without like bending them and everything to get them to fit in here. So I might use paper for this monstera. I'll have to see. A big boy. Okay, I'm gonna put this on the outside. Okay, it's a bit of a big package, but that is that. One of the big ones out of the way. All right. Okay, these two I need to insulate, so insulate those. Yeah, so I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and finish wrapping the rest of these. I gotta print 2 flame labels and start packing these up in boxes and everything. And what I'll probably do is just check in a bit later here. It's 10:33 right now, so I feel like it's decent. I am hopeful that I can get these all finished. But yeah, I'm gonna probably kick it into high gear here and just start packing. But yeah, I'll probably take a little break around 1 o'clock, maybe drink a protein shake or something and just like sit down for like 10 minutes. So yeah, I will check in a bit later here. I am not really feeling good. I just got a protein shake. I'm gonna drink this. And I opened I had half of a strawberry coffee too. Maybe I'm just like, I think I'm just tired. I don't know, I'm just feeling a little dizzy. I laid down on the couch for like 15 minutes after I packed the rest of the boxes. So those down there are all packed. The shipping labels are all printed and everything. And then so here on the table, I brought the last batch of plants out. So I have to pack all these up yet. It is 12:34. I did have a couple more orders come in. I heard the order thing go off. It's just pond that people are ordering, so I'll pack all those tomorrow. So if I don't get these finished, like it's fine. Like if I'm not feeling good, I'll just pack them tomorrow. But I'm gonna try and get all these plants, you know, sent out. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just not feeling the best. I think I'm just not sleeping, not getting enough sleep. But I mean, I feel okay. I think it's just like a woozy feeling of, I don't know, you know, when you're tired. These protein shakes are so good. They're the Orgain brand, if you like protein shakes. If it's focusing, it has 16 grams of protein and 1 carton is 250 calories. So I treat it like a meal, but they're really good. It doesn't really taste too much like protein. I know some protein shakes I don't like, but this one, it has really good flavor. It says sweet vanilla bean is the flavor of this one. But I think this comes in chocolate. I'm not too much of a fan of the chocolate. I'd rather drink the vanilla, but I really like this. I get this at Kroger in a 4-pack. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get started doing the same thing. I'm gonna prep all these and everything and start wrapping them, and then I'll probably pop on when I start boxing some of these. Since you guys saw me prep some of these already, the last batch, I'll kind of turn the camera on when I'm putting them in the boxes and everything. And I'll be on my way to the UPS store. My cutoff is 3:30, so I have about 3 hours to finish up. I think I should get done with these in about 3 hours. All right, popping on for an update. Luna is awake. She is on the roll. Luna! Yeah! Luna! She's so cute. Whoa! I almost dropped my tripod. I'm still feeling a little like woozy, so I'm ready to like get finished up so I can drop these off and come back. So I have 2 more plant orders left, and I'm gonna box them up with you real quick. And then, yeah, the other orders that came in today, I think 2 last night and 2 today, I'm gonna pack up tomorrow because I don't have any energy left to try and pack those up before 3:30. It is 2:11, so by the time I pack these up, and then I have to print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more shipping labels, it's gonna be about 3:15, and then I'm gonna have to get the car packed up and drop all these off. I feel like the only reason I'm on track, because I feel like I'm moving very slow today, is because not a lot of them needed insulation or heat packs, which saves so much time. So there's one order here that I do have to wrap in insulation. I checked their weather, and I saw some lows in the 30s, and I'm gonna go ahead and insulate them and throw in a heat pack for them. And the other order has 2 plants as well, and then a couple substrates. So I have a big box for those. And yeah, we'll go ahead and get finished up here. I was really wanting to I have so much polyfill dust everywhere. Like, look at that. I don't know if you can see. It's like polyfill everywhere. No, it's just so nice out. I've been really wanting to go for a walk. What are you doing? She's so cute. I forgot I had you on Zoom still. Is that still not low? Okay. Okay, I have you, I think, as far back as I can get you on the table. No, I was really wanting to go for a walk, but yeah, I definitely don't feel like it. What am I looking for? Let me go ahead and open this heat pack really quick so it can get warm. These 96 hours take a while to warm up. So yeah, I think I'll just come back and clean this area a little bit, and then I might get on the computer and order some supplies, and then check on some plants in that room, because I really need to make sure no one needs water. And then I think I might shower and call it a night, honestly, because I'm pooped. I was gonna pack up those orders when I got back, which I still can, that way I don't have to pack it tomorrow. But if I get more today, then I'm gonna have to pack tomorrow anyway, so I might as well just wait and pack any that come in, like, and just do it all tomorrow. All right, and this one was the Hoya. Okay, we got that one. And this is the Syndapsis here. I might go to bed at like 7 o'clock and sleep till like 8 o'clock in the morning. Okay, and Syndapsis. Okay, so that is that order with the heat pack. All right, well, that one's warming. Let's go ahead and pack this order up. So this one, I don't need to insulate. So we have 2 plants here. We have a Hoya and then a philodendron. And then they also ordered a bag of the pond and then a bag of the airwide mix. I had a box already made up because I needed a bigger one, so I think this size will fit these perfectly. I hope so. Oh yes, okay, good. Sometimes I worry that the box size won't fit. Airwide mix down in there. Let's do one. Okay, and I'm going to stuff this with polyfill. Okay, order 1198. Okay. Okay, let's weigh this one. This is almost 8 pounds. I am out of my 14 and 16 inch in length boxes, so whatever doesn't fit beyond a 12 inch has to go in 18 inch. So this is a little too big for these plants, but it's all that I have right now. I'll probably have to do another box order soon, because I don't think I have too many of the 18 left. And then I have a 22, which is 4 more inches longer than this one. So yeah, I should probably place a box order this week just so that I have them. Like that down in there. Heat pack. It's getting a little bit warm. I really feel like I'm moving at a snail's pace today. What the heck? I don't know what in the world is going on today and why I feel so tired. I mean, obviously I'm tired because I didn't get enough sleep, or I haven't been getting enough sleep, but man, it is really affecting me today. Okay, stick this heat pack down here on the side. Okay. Use these little stickers. So we have our cutie little package. Ah. Order number 1193. Okay. Ah. All right, I just printed the last of the shipping labels. So yeah, it is almost 3 o'clock. Yeah, it's like 5 till 3, so kind of made it right about 30 minutes to spare. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and lug all these out to my vehicle. I don't know, that might take more than 2 trips into the UPS store, because I have a little cart that I wheel all the boxes. I put them on and go into the store, and it usually takes me 2, but I think there's been 1 or 2 times where I had to make 3 trips. So hopefully I can do it in 2, but I have some bigger boxes, so I have a feeling I might have to do it in 3 trips, so that's okay. And then yeah, I'm gonna come back and clean my mess up. Depending on how I'm feeling when I get back, I might pack those last few orders, but I might just wait until tomorrow, because yeah, I just want to clean this mess up and shower. And I might be having an early night tonight. I don't know. I'm just tired. I hope I feel better tomorrow once I actually get like a, oops, did I touch my mic? Yeah, hopefully I feel better tomorrow once I get like a restful night sleep. And Luna is still in her baggie over here. She came out for a little bit, and then she was eating, and then she went back into her polyfill bag. Luna, you got Star sneaking up on you. And we got Cha-Cha coming. And Lulu's still in there. Star's like, I smell her. Hi, Loon. Yeah, Chai. Star gets scared really easily. Like, she doesn't like the tape when I rip tape and everything, so she hides all day while I'm packing. And then once it's quiet and she knows I'm done, she comes out. But yeah, I think that's all, honestly, for the vlog today. Sorry, it's been kind of a bummer day today, the way I'm feeling. But yeah, I think tomorrow I'll spend some time in that shop room, like, pick some plants out for another restock this week. And I don't know if I'll take their photos tomorrow. I might just wait till Wednesday. But hopefully I can have them posted by like Wednesday, Thursday, some more plants on my site. I have the seedlings available now, and I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, let me know your feedback again about the restocking schedule and what you prefer. I feel like I've had some big projects this month, so I feel like I haven't had as much dedicated time as I would have liked for the restocks. I still feel like I really only have Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday to prep plants and post them. So I don't know. Let me know your thoughts, what you like. I'll see how it goes this week with posting, and then maybe the week after. Although I might take a break the week after next, because I sort of want to do my moss poles, and that's going to take me probably like 2 days in a row. It's like my next big project, and I kind of want to take a break from the shop that week. So maybe I'll post next week and get like an opinion on what you guys prefer, and then we'll see how it goes for May and everything. Yeah, I have a ton of propagating and stuff to do too and everything, so I'll have a lot of work to do here coming up. My arm's getting tired of holding this huge tripod. But yeah, I think that's about it. Was there anything else? If you have any questions about anything, let me know. If there's anything I forgot to talk about or mention, let me know. And yeah, thank you so much for your support and for all of your orders. I think we're at 1,200. We just passed 1,200 some orders, which is so crazy to think about. And yeah, it's crazy that I've been doing this since I think it was last March. So it's been over a year. It's just crazy to think about all of that and everything. Yeah, I'm really grateful to all of you, and just thank you so much. And hopefully I can continue to do this for a while. I love doing this. And although initially when I wanted to open a plant shop and sell my plants, I was thinking in my head it would be more of like a side hobby type thing to do. But I definitely feel like after having a shop and after it being a year, it's definitely more of a full-time job than I imagined it was going to be. It's a lot of work, and yeah, just a lot of things to think about moving forward, because I do feel like my own plants and stuff get put on the back burner. YouTube is a little bit on the back burner, and also just like personal life, life outside of plants and everything, it's kind of been on the back burner. So I need to figure out how to manage everything, and as to where I can continue to do this and not feel like stressed and overwhelmed and everything. So I keep feeling, I need to switch hands again. I keep feeling like I say that a lot, but yeah, I think it's just going to be a work in progress until I can find a good schedule. And I even wanted to start a second YouTube channel this year, and that hasn't happened yet. And I'm just like, I don't even have time for that. So I don't even know what I was thinking. But we'll see how it goes here. Again, thank you guys for your support so much. I appreciate you. I love you guys. And I will talk to you in the next one. Happy welcome back.